Hello everybody and welcome back to Dominions 5. We are Friwald in the early fall of year 3, the Ascension Wars. This turn has already been done, of course, and I haven't sent it in yet, so we're doing it together. And this turn really tilted me a lot and showed me again that I'm a noob at this game. Just remember that this is still my first multiplayer Let's Play, okay? Not even just Let's Play, but multiplayer Dominions 5 game. With that in mind, let's proceed. We have a messenger from Shanton. And he says, this is in response to the last episode where I said it is too late for peace between our nations. And he says, on the contrary, it is never too late for peace. While I naturally move to retake the provinces taken from me, I have no intention of taking your lands, while nations like Harasbat sit upon such juicy thrones and exploit their peoples for blood economies. One thing you could do is take Contum's capital, while I am forced to deal with Atinium. It is worth a huge amount of gold on its own, after all, and I'm far too busy with Atinium to want to go after it now myself now, whatever. Then, with that single province being worth 8 of mine, you would have advanced your position without benefiting either me or Atinium, and can then decide who to attack next. I believe that once year 3 to 4 hits, it is important to make war based on the thrones more than anything. And if you wait for Atinium and I to battle, you would be able to attack one of us in a weakened state, or maybe conclusive leader in terms of thrones will emerge from the Portis Rasbat Avas fight. And he's correcting himself, conclusive. Actually, I would be willing to let you keep the water provinces you took from me as a more concrete proof of goodwill, though as a fair warning, I stole them from Harasbat first. In any case, peace between us will be possible so long as you don't have a threatening number of thrones. Alright. Let's talk about this a little bit. The thing about Shenton here, he knows what he's doing, and he's trying to manipulate me into not attacking him, or he's using, I mean, it's logical, what the things he's saying, I believe it. There's nothing wrong with that. But, well, more on that later. We're sending some messages this turn. We have finished our research and evocation, then we are doing a whole lot of summoning spells, finally. The Arouse Hunger here will be result in a battle down here. We got our Heavenly Wrath dude up, we'll have a look at him. But let's watch the battle that is a result of the Arouse Hunger, that is in Laria here. So this is before any other battles start. And, you know, this is just province defense from Rasbat. I was hoping that we could take this province. Let's see how it goes. These guys aren't that good. But look at that. One lucky blow from this guy here kills the commander, and then our undeads will rout. At least they can rout these guys because they have minds. They're mindless. They are ghouls with minds and such. But the problem with this Arouse Hunger thing is that if the leader gets sniped, then everything just has to retreat, and there's not really anything we can do about it. We killed nothing because it's province defense that get reset. I believe they would have a chance if the leader survived. It is what it is. Moving on. Gunthermund has found a magic site in Devil's Pond and Underwater Cliff, and that's just a 1 earth per turn, 1 earth gem per turn. Then the nation rejoices. Bob, King of Kings, God of Dark Magics, Gatherer of the Dead, has risen from the dead in order to kill more heathens. That's really good, but one big but here. Bob lost 1 level of death magic in the process. I was fully aware that this was a thing that could happen. This is really, really unfortunate, because if we go into research, I was gonna go for Conjuration level 8 in order to cast the Well of Misery, as I have stated many times. It requires death level 6, and now we cannot get there. There's just no way. We can't even reforge the hat that gives death +1. So if we want to cast Will of Misery now, we need to empower Bob in death magic first. and then I'm gonna go through it. I hope I remember to do the things that I'm promising this time. Anyway, we found some more blood slaves here. An enemy spy tried to infiltrate the capital, but the attempt was discovered in time. The spy managed to escape and might try again. I have no idea what this means. An enemy force has raided Bergerman. 20 people were killed. I'm still not aware of what's really going on here. But I'll try patrolling those provinces a little bit more. Then there was a battle in Towin. This is between Atinium and Shenton. And here we once again see the might of the fish people, which is basically like the other one. We saw lots of Lamias and then a lot of Atinium Club bandits and more of those. This is just again province defense. Let's have a look at what they're casting up here. Blessing, Wooden Warriors. Nothing too exciting here. And then they will move forward as a unit and kill everything in their path. So this is the second big force from Atinium, numbering this time 400 units, which is more than Shenton has in his army. And we hope, I think this is Atinium's really big attempt to finally beat Shenton. And if that works, then we have a good war from that point on. Let's watch the rest of the battles. Well, it was a battle in Dunster. This is us surrounding Contum. And this is just us killing province defense. But really important to note here is that our buried initiates will run forward and participate in the battle. What? And do well. You know, they're doing well here. Look at that. Oh, they're killing stuff and everything, and we snipe the leaders in the back. So they actually killed one unit. Okay, whatever. They are participating in the battle. We lost the frogs. Here we are attacking in the Whalewind Waters. That is in the sea. There was actually some province defense around this time. Just a little bit. We're getting that without losing anything. Yep. There was a battle in Gilgad. This is again near Contum's capital. Our semi-big force moving in here. And we are gonna just watch it and see what happens. I think our undead cavalry, and we have a lot of cavalry going on right now, and they will move forward and take care of the leaders back here. Did we lose anything here? We lost one long dead horseman. That's doable. Then there was a battle in Lauria. This is us attacking again. No, this is just a scouting. I'm not sure why I did that. I guess that was in case we got it with the ghouls. We would have wanted an extra unit in there. But we didn't get it. That's okay. Lauria. Then there was a battle in Barmay. This is also next to Contum's capital. Bit of a smaller force against actually a decent force here. So this is more interesting. Our Bird Initiate is casting the spells we want, and then he's gonna move forward and participate in the battle. Oh, and we're also casting a big Earth Elemental here, so that's gonna help. Alright, I think I left him on cast spells. My bad. Okay. But he's casting Frighten, and that will indeed help. What does that do precisely? Because you can't see it here on... he's also casting Animate Dead now. It's fine. The Earth Elemental will win us the battle if nothing else. All good. There was a battle in the Bulwark. Again, just province defense. This is our big... our main force of, what are they called? Sacred units are Avenging Nightblades. We don't have another big force of those. We managed to get Ethereal on one of our hill giants here, so that's really good. This guy will go forward and kill here. Not a big problem. We didn't lose anything. Just province defense to fight. Then there's the battle in Garillion, and this is the battle, the important one, of course. Here's our big force. And I don't know. This seems pretty strong. It seems like we have more units than them. Of course, they have way more mage support here, which I think is the determining factor. But we do have a lot of big units. But the lines are joined. He's casting Howl again. Also, what is this? Mind Burn or something like that? Ah, this must be... no. Who's doing that? Not you. Who is doing that? Corrosive Spit, Poison Short Sword. No. Serpent Knight. He has so many weird units, it's really hard to keep track of. These are sacred units of his, okay. The lines are joined here, and our bird initiates are moving in to help. We cast Living Earth, which summons a group of Earth Elementals, so they will also participate in the battle here. We're doing that twice, so we're 10 Earth Elementals in here. And we have some, okay, Lavaborn got these cockatrices are not to be trifled with either. They are definitely super annoying. Limp and Battle Fright. Cavalry has been routed. But our cavemen and the giants are fighting. The Earth Elementals are going in. What is this? There's a mage on the front line? What is he doing here? He's moving forward. Why? Oh well. We have wolves coming in at the back line, and it's really my mistake for not making... we have an issue here. We need to put some guard commander units on this mage group here. We would have needed to do that, and we need to do that in the future. I believe we lose some mages to that. Now he's spawning all sorts of things still, like Swarm and all kinds of things. We are routing some. We're fighting in the center. Not routing yet. One other thing is our bird initiates are running all over the field to attack different small units like the wolves or whatever. I need to set them to something like attack monsters or maybe rear, so we keep them moving forward. Like this guy has run back to fight wolves, and that's good right now because we didn't have any other defense for our mages, but I really wanted them to be the ones just plowing through the enemy troops. In the end, we are routed here. And the Earth Elementals, while they are trampling and doing good work, they will just be surrounded. Yeah, looks like it's sort of over. These guys are running away, but it's again just province defense. It doesn't really matter. They're going to get replenished. And then we have one mage here who is fatigued, but then he recovers, and I don't believe he actually makes it out. No. Oh, does he die here? No, he gets out. See, they can't really hurt our bird initiates. That's the beauty of it. This Howl spell is super good. We can cast it too, so I need to maybe consider doing that. Let's have a look at the results here. Of our leaders, which are the important ones, we only lose the 2 Fennels of the Penultimative Secret, so that's actually pretty good. And our bird initiates killed 18 units, so they really did some work here. The cavemen and the hill giants actually did a good fair amount. Even our Avenging Nightblades got good hits in here. And so with all this, it's just they still, like on his side, he loses province defense. This will get replenished, so this means nothing. Then on his actual forces, he loses that Druid of the Plague that ran forward. But then nothing else really. Like he loses the Wine Ogres. He loses 1 Serpent Knight that we saw. They are pretty good. He loses, what? 6 Disciples of Lighting, which are sacred units at least. But it's just not enough. We didn't overpower him, which is what we need to do. Fortunately, though, everything retreats to Jebero this time around. Except one for soaked earth, but he's easy to recover. So saving Private Ryan or whatever from in here has successfully happened. We got out our bird initiates that were caught behind enemy lines. Now in Olifa, that's the one. No, this is another province. This is us attacking with the mercenaries. That shows sort of a throwaway unit. And I should have maybe sent a little bit more support for them. It looks decent here. They join the lines. I'm actually surprised that they don't win here. But they don't. They rout. Probably because the commander got hit again. Yeah, he's dead. So once again, commander sniped, and we need to just bring some backup stuff. Just one buried initiate in here would have probably won us the battle. There was battle in Hailmire. That's the one where we had our troops caught. Now this guy is pretty interesting. Druid of the Rotten Leaves. This is an Enkidu Necromancer strong enough to... I believe this is a guy, he must have had... what's it called? Twiceborn on. And then he revived it with that. So that's pretty interesting. He also has this guy. And so in the Discord chat, I think I called him Shenton, the player. He's the Sauron to my Frodo. And so here we have, I can't believe I was called Sauron the Wraith Lord. So that's a little play on our little banter, which is cool. He's got a Wraith Lord. Those are not easy to deal with, just as they are, but then they are also immortal, which means that they will respawn even if we kill them and get both items back and such. So they are really some tough units. He's stepping up his game, and we only had a bit of promise defense in here, so I don't believe he will lose anything. No. In Sifafne, we have Shenton attacking. That's a fort with Shenton's main army, and they are still pretty rough. There's not really anything here to stop them, so they will move in and not really lose anything. Not worth watching. They lose 4 archers, 3 flagellants, 1 heavy clubbers, that's something. 4 slingers and more archers, so not really anything. But there wasn't a lot from Atinium either. Then there was a battle in the God Coast, and this is a battle that is worth watching. Here we have the traditional forces of Avast that we've seen 100 times. And then we have something over here, and right off the bat, you may not have caught it, but here is a communion. There's more than one. Communion master here. This is a slave. There's a communion master in there. Let's have a look at the communion master. That would be you. Yes. And it didn't work. I thought he would be empowered. Maybe it's implicit. Ah, right. Number of communion slaves, magic boost 2. So he has a magic boost of 2 in all of these spell paths. And we had one more of them, one master here, and then slave on a few of them. Now that means that they are cooperating somehow. Ah, okay, so that's why he's not getting magic boost 6. I thought he would, but there's 2 masters, so they're sharing the communion slaves. Probably is what happened. That is what happening. Another master here, so that again, that's not. It's 2 per instead of 6. So 3 masters sharing 6 slaves. And what that means is that they can cast more powerful spells, and they're casting meteor showers, which fall down and then it deals like above 100 damage to the entire square. Meanwhile, he's summoning undeads to work as chaff and block the gate. And here we go, 139, 137 and 45. And this is killing the troops of Avas. Finally something is killing the troops of Avas. Like, look at that. This is brutal. And I'm gonna speed it up. Because they are just gonna try to fight their way through this gate. But they can't. It's getting clogged up with undead. And while, you know, they are getting a little bit fatigued back here, so they aren't casting the meteors all the time anymore, but they are still getting them in like every few turns. And now they're starting to rout. Even these magma balls are dealing enough fire damage to deal some damage to these fireproof troops. And the meteors continue to fall. And we will see that Avas is finally beaten. Finally. This is the first time we see Rasbad lose a significant battle. No, sorry, Avas. Except the one time where they lost an army to the Golden Cow. But good. They lost 47 of their fire guards, which is massive, and then 75 of their Avasian Highland warriors. Unfortunately, no mages were lost. So this is not the end of Avas, but that does mean that they are not just going to trample over Rasbad. Now, Rasbad lost 6 mages to that, probably from the Communion. Or I don't know. We could go and have a look at it, should I? But they lost nearly nothing. These guys cost 85 gold compared to, I mean, Rasbad clearly won that battle. And that was here. So very interesting. And he's also got some pretty big forces being built up in here and here. So not quite dead yet, but he's down to 5 territories. Sorry, 6. And he might still be attacked here again. There's more. He has a good amount of special units in here. Devils, Destroyers of Flame, different kinds of things. So he's still fighting, and we're going to keep supporting him. That's really good, because we need this war to keep going. If Avas had trampled over him, he would probably finish maybe Atinium and Portis as well, and no one would really be able to stop him. So it's very important that Rasbad puts a stop to this now, and they are. That's good. Alright, let's have a look at it. We surrounded Kontum here. Really important that we see these 2 big armies here. I'm surprised. Oh, I guess they couldn't. I guess they couldn't pass from here to here. So Atinium is setting up his troops to maybe march into this fortress next turn, and I'm wondering what Shenton will do from here. Will he cower in the castle? Will he move to Mikria here? Or what will he do? This is really important. And so, how do we even start with this turn? I'm not sure. This is a... Will Atinium be able to beat Shenton here? That will probably determine the war. Meanwhile, to the west of that, we have our little surrounding of Kontum's capital, and we are moving basically everything in here, except a little bit of a raiding force will go down here to Buried Initiates and Childebert. We'll move down here to just claim this province from Kontum, effectively restraining them to this one province again. In here, and it's a bit of a mess, but we have our entire army combined of the 2, and Shemail, we'll cover her later. The important part here is I'm going to move in to Kontum and sit on top of his capital. We're just going to sit there for 1 turn and scare him, take care of any patrollers, take care of his province defense, and make sure that he can't recruit, at least for that 1 turn. Then the next turn, we are not going to attack. There's no way that I am attacking into this castle. That's just not going to happen. But he might think that we are going to do that, so I'm hoping. But it's going to take away his income. It's going to take away his recruitment for at least that 1 turn. And the next turn, we can move out our army and just leave 1 soldier behind to keep the fort from not recruiting and getting income again. So that will, and then we will not be able to move out and keep harassing us. So that's some benefits, and we will have gathered our army. It'll scare him. I am also in the province next to it here. I'm starting to preach with Ruprecht. In here we are preaching with Lothar. And the thing you can do in this game, if you don't want to kill a player, you can kill. If a god ever has no dominion on the board, you can dominion kill them. And our guys are inquisitors, so they are very efficient against preaching against other faith. So I'm definitely considering just sitting on his capital, just moving every inquisitor we have to this area, and just start, well, dominion killing him basically. So we never have to fight his army. We can just kill him without that. I think it will go independent then, and then we'll have to fight the army after, but at least they will stop recruiting and such. So that would be one way of doing that. If nothing else, we will have gathered our army. With an army gathered here, we can, depending on the result from over here, we will either move to maybe pick up the scraps from Shenton's forces, or we will move north to deal with Shenton, or if Atinium beats them so handily that they can start harassing him from the south without support, we just might end up moving our army south and look at this throne here. Maybe start harassing Portis, because he's fighting Harasbat, and you know, if we could relieve him from the threat of Portis, he would only have to deal with Avas, and that would help him in that war as a general whole. It all depends on this, the results of what's gonna go here. What is Shenton gonna do? Where is he gonna move? And where is Atinium gonna move? All the things. Like Shenton might move in here, and then we would lose these guys. That would suck. You know, I'm gonna move Childebert in here as well, so we don't lose him. Yeah. Just gonna make sure that he's in a decent position there. Good. And we can give this to you. Some of them at least. That's fine. So we still have 2 buried initiates, which should be enough to just raid this province. But we are not risking Childebert. Good. So that's sort of the thing over here. Let's talk about Shemail, which is is it called an acronym? I think it's an acronym. That's the word I'm looking for here. It's an acronym for, or no, it's an anagram. An anagram for Shemail, which is a little bit funny, but enough about that. This is a pretty cool unit that we can, for some reason, create. And I never thought that they would be sacred. I mean, I think I looked that up earlier, but I kind of forgot about it. And then it's a little bit sad that we didn't take a bliss that's good for them, but whatever. I didn't expect that we would really be using them a lot, but we probably will. I've given her 2 swords of swiftness, which is pretty cool. Why? Oh. Like, if I put one away... Oh, goddammit. Yeah, the attack skill goes down to 18 if I put one away again. So defense skill. Ah, that was the one we were looking at. My bad. Let's give her the swords again. She was at 11 there. Puts her defense skill at 17. Defense skill at 21. That's pretty damn high. But -1, I guess? Ah, from armor. Ah, the armor of knights. So she's got protection 22. We've given her this here attack skill +4 and fire resistance. Magic resistance here. Fortunately, we do not have anything at this time to give her in the foot slot, but I'm working on that. She has invulnerable 20, which is amazing, and fear 5, shock resistance and fire resistance as a base. And then there's this blood vengeance. Anyone harming this unit will risk having the damage inflicted upon itself. And then there's some details. I'm not sure exactly how this works, but basically it means that she can return some damage upon receiving damage, which is nice. And then we're going to construct a ring of regeneration for her, or for those types of units. We are making one more immediately. We finally have a way of spending our astral pearls, of which we are gaining 20 per month, by the way. These air gems are still just astral gems in my mind. If we ever need or run out of astral pearls, I'll just convert air gems to astral pearls. We have like 30 extra here, which means we can get at least like 5, 6, maybe 7 of these running around. And with these stats and 32 map move, like, that's gonna be amazing. This could probably, like, a group of these guys, I think, could kill Shantan's god. And with the Swords of Swiftness, which is what they have right now, she has number of attacks 2 per, so she's attacking 4 times per turn with this, with attack skill 18 and lots of defense and all the things. I think this is a pretty amazing unit. I'm really glad we got that one. We got a Flame Spirit. I gave him the helmet. We are immediately gonna give it a hammer and construct another flame helmet, so we have a backup. In case we lose this unit, we will have to, because I'm gonna send it out to site search with 4 fire. But if we lost it in the field, we would lose the helmet and then have no way of getting another Flame Spirit. So I'm just making a backup helmet for now. Now Bob is here, and he's gonna forge a Tree Lord Staff, which is the best nature booster we can create. It's basically just an upgraded version of the Thistle Mace. Huh. He's gonna make one of those. At least while we can here. That costs us some of our... We finally start to use some of our gems. Let's look at our gem here now. It's a little bit... None of them are above 100. And it's generally looking better. Over here we cast the Sea King, which I should have done for a long time ago, because they are apparently gem generators, which gives water gems back every turn. He will create a water gem for us. So, okay. Imagine we went 55 turns, he would have been basically free, which makes me think we should probably, at least, we had him 1 turn, he created 1 gem this turn, so casting him has now cost not 55, but 54 water gems already, and every turn he's just going to have a return on investment, which is really nice. Plus we get some trolls with him. I'm definitely tempted to just make more of them. Maybe I should. I can't make up my mind. I kind of want to send her out to help with the water searching. And if we are doing that, we're going to get so many water gems. You know what? I'm going to change my mind again here. And just go... You cast ritual. Because there's nothing else we're really using our water gems for. We will have so many of them. This is a decent way to spend them, because it will up our income of water gems as well. I think this is okay. And these, I've looked at them, they are actually not fire weak susceptible, as I thought they would be. So they are still just decent units with regeneration, even higher under regeneration underwater. Decent attack, just decent units. These are even better with high protection at 37 damage with a glaive and everything. So yeah, and we're going to send the other mages out. This guy is going to join the war against Shantan. We gave her, because the difference is that he is generating gems and he costs... Oh, he costs upkeep. Ah, what? Why? Oh, they cost upkeep, all of them. Well, that makes me change my mind again. Damn it, I thought for sure they... Usually summons are free of upkeeps. Hold on. And he costs more upkeep than our standard water mages. Well, not a lot. Okay, a little bit. Dang it. Hold on. Then I might change this around. I'm glad that I checked that. Dang. So then I want you to be the one standing behind or left behind to... Wait, what? One of these is a hammer. It's really difficult to tell the difference here, but this one's a hammer. So you will forge me a sword of quickness, and then you will be the one moving out instead. Aha. That's good. He's a better commander anyway. He can grab all of these. And now there's no reason to not bring them, because I thought for sure that they would be free of upkeep, so I thought it would be fine to just keep them behind, but no, we need to send them forward and use them. Aha. Good to know. Move and patrol in here. Box formation, sure. Hold an attack. Rear. What's your combat speed? So slow. Damn. Do they have like an aura or something? I thought they did. Acid splash is bad, yeah. So hold an attack rear, something like that. Maybe just attack up here. I'm not sure how to use these guys effectively. I think we would need to have a group of them or something. Hold an attack, archers, whatever. Rear, probably. Well, enemy monsters. And we'll need to go in here and patrol a little bit, so that's fine. Damn, I was so sure that they were free. Damn, hold on. This guy is free of upkeep. This lady is free of upkeep. Okay. The scripting for you. We're sending you in to help with the Siege of Quantum right away. Because I think it will be super effective. So hold. Giving the other units a chance to have the lines meet. We might do it one more time. So just fly in to the back line right off the bat, but then later in the fight they will. And hopefully kill some mages and just cause havoc and not die. Okay. That was this province here. Yeah, that makes it less good that they aren't free. Here we are searching. Still blood hunting here and patrolling with Ari Pirate. We're recruiting some units for him to use as patrollers. And we're moving out all of the buried initiates now. You should move up here as well. Why can you not? That's actually a really good question. For some reason, your movement speed... Oh, you are old age. Aha. Then you shouldn't move out, I think. I wish that showed on this screen as well. Whatever. Most of our units fled in here. Ruprecht will move in here and retire as well. And give up his items and become a researcher because he is wounded. I've taken away the items from most of them and put them on research. We are not attacking him this turn, Mr. Shanton. We are gonna give it a break for one turn. He took this province. Next turn I might do it. I'm moving in... What am I moving in? Just a priest to start preaching in here. Not sure we should. I think pushing the Dominion against Shanton is a good idea though. So I will. Okay. Doing some logistics, moving this guy over to the left side. Moving up here. You know, you should go here. If we're serious about doing the whole Dominion kill thing. Let's do that. Yes. Oh, and I did put province defense in all of the provinces we took. That's good. In the water, we are attacking in here. I have sent a message to Atinium asking whether or not they are going to attack here, but unless it answers, I will go for it. Searching here, moving up Melocus to here. Okay. Then, what else are we forging? We are forging an amulet of anti-magic here, ring of regeneration there. I think I already covered that. We are moving out Frithigern from here. We got another bird father, which has the exact same stats. So I'm using I'm gonna use the new one to cast more of the Mandragoras. 1 stake, we get a Tree Lord's staff for him. And I'm gonna check something real quick. Cast ritual spell. Where is summon construct Mandragora? It says 5+. Number of effects are increased by 2 for every extra level the caster is. And you had an extra level last turn, so why did we only get 5? That's actually a really interesting question. I thought for sure we would get 7. Because he was at, or more even. Because he was higher in both of these stats. Maybe it's only nature that counts. Aha. Not this one. He's 2 higher in this one here. But he was only meeting the demand in nature, and it's nature based. So with the Tree Lord staff giving us 1 extra, he will then be able to construct more Mandragora per turn. We could have Bob do it with 5, 6. Would be pretty effective. I might consider that. Not sure what I will use Bob for at this point. Should move him out, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, we are going to construct forge boots of stone in here. Which is, I think, the best boots we can do for our... I'm re-evaluating this as I'm saying it, but these would be pretty good for our Heavenly Wrath dudes. But hold on. New forge magic item. Boots of Quickness. Would be pretty damn good on the Avenging Angels. So hold on. I think that's better. I wonder if that stacks with the Swords of Quickness. I think it does. I think it does. So hold on. Those are better boots. Boots of Quickness. So if I'm correct about that, that means they will have 4 attacks per turn, plus everything gets doubled. So 8 attacks per turn. Is that really right? Or because these are called what? Sword of Swiftness, so they are technically also already giving them extra strikes. Maybe it doesn't stack. I think it does though. I'm gonna look up a forum post or something about that. But regardless, I think it's a pretty good thing for them. I didn't have to click that. Anything else? Moving some more sneaky units in here to maybe create another sneaky force to sneak around. From here we are moving Herman up north to sneak in with this small force. It's not going to be enough. But we could maybe threaten this province here. I think they might be able to take this province. But we are making more sneaky units. Another one coming up here, which can only go to the swamp this turn, but next turn here. And then we might be able to backstab those 2 provinces. Alright. Searching here. Searching there. Cast Bind Bone Fiends in here. Now research. We can't do the Well of Misery anymore. It's just not viable. And it's gonna take forever. So we are doing Alteration level 5, where we will get... we'll get fire resistance in water 3, which we have a lot of water 3 going on right now, so that's decent. We will get shatter. We will get invulnerability and enfeeble here. Wooden warriors is something we can cast. And then if we go further, there's some good spells going further. Iron Bane, what does that do? That hits our own troops as well. Frozen Heart. Oh, that's pretty good. Some more good stuff down here also. Blindness. but more specifically, I'm thinking about going for Disintegrate down here, which is level 8, but that's a really, really strong spell. Like this is just an insta-kill spell that is low fatigue, that you can have. We can have all our buried consort just standing at the back of the line spamming this spell, and that can kill the guards and can kill everything. It's magic resistance negate, but if you spam it and have enough of them just keep casting them, then you know you can eventually kill anything. So that would be pretty efficient. That's something I'm considering going for. Also quickening here. Pretty good. Yeah. Alteration level 8 is definitely something to go for. Evocation level 3 is just to get some more attack spells in. Thaumaturgy level 3 will give us Iron Will and Panic here. Not really anything super necessary, actually. Magic resistance. Well, it's not nothing. And it's cheap. Thaumaturgy, 200, yeah. Then Blood Magic. I'm considering going for the crossbreeding. But if nothing else, we should just keep going down to get some more powerful blood spells, because we do have a level 3 Blood Mage. And I'm sure we can find something to cast down here, like Blood Rite. A Vampire. It is immortal. Could get vampires going at level 7. So yeah. And then I have construction up to level 8 here, which would also be nice, where we can start making some epic unique items. That's what they're called, unique magic artifacts. I'm sure we can use some of them. But mostly I'm just confused about what to do. Because if we want to go, okay, let's say we want to go for Will of Misery still, which I think would be just a win the game spell if we get it. But it's death level 6. Bob is now death level 3. We can give him the Skull Staff, which gives him to 4. Then in order to forge the head for the skull face, you need to have level 5, and that we cannot even get that. It's not a thing. So we would have to empower him in death in order to ever get there, and empowerment in death would cost us 60. So it's 60 then to empower him, then 50 to build the skull face again. That's 110 gems. And then 80 to cast the Well of Misery. That's 190 gems. Death gems. And that's, with 13 income, it's gonna be a few turns, like 19 turns minus a few. Like maybe 15 turns before we can get that down. And I'm sure we can find something better to do with our death gems before then. But then, of course, after that, we would start making some of them back with the Well of Misery. It gives 21 gems per turn, so it would take about 10 turns for it to make it up again, which is really tempting still. There's another factor, which is, I don't think I've ever talked about this, but in this game there is a cataclysm that is expected in about 7 years. I think it was 9 years at the start. So we aren't even halfway through the game, but this is basically an end game timer. The game doesn't end at the cataclysm, but I've never been in a game with a cataclysm, so I actually don't know exactly what's going to happen in 7 years. I will look it up if it ever comes closer. But it's not an infinite game, and a lot of things will be determined before we ever cast that Well of Misery thing. So I am not sure it is worth it to wait and empower and do all the things just to get that. That means we could not do anything else with our death gems for all of those 19 turns. I'm still searching for more death sites, of course, and we might be able to up our income a little bit before then. But it's so tempting to go in and just cast something like... Well, you're moving, I shouldn't give it to you. This guy here. Like, I really want, and I should maybe just do it, cast a Mount Fiend, which is a powerful death mage in its own right. I think it's a level 3. Or like a Wraith Lord, like Shanton is doing Wraith Lords at 40 gems, and he has 2 of them, I noticed already. So, if I want to get those, we still need to empower Bob in death, which is, I can't believe that I screwed it up that badly. I might look for whether or not there are other ways to boost death. Like maybe there are in Construction 8, I don't remember. We do need to go and assign some of these items that I didn't do. So hold on, just to get some more research, if nothing else. I think that's it. Yeah. I'm not doing it this turn, but the Mount King would be good because he is able to reanimate corpses on his own for 0 cost, which means we could have like an infinite spawn of undead like we have up here with our Banes coming in. And that would be quite nice. Now, okay. Have I covered everything at this point? I feel like I often forget some things. I didn't go through the rest here. There was an unexpected event in the Mudwater Caves. We just lost some population but increased province resources. Doesn't really matter down here. I'm not going to recruit a lot. Then there was a battle in the... Oh, right. I didn't show this thing here. An unexpected event has occurred in the below. A group of visiting heroes has decided to rid this province of its unfair rulership. So here was a battle. That's heroes coming in. Also a very interesting thing. We have these heroes here. One with Boots of Quickness, Fang the Troll Archer, who has a precision 30 bow, so he's got precision 38, so it'll always hit as a true shot longbow. Pretty good. He's got regeneration. We have this dude here, Bogus the Troll Raider, who just has a Wraith Sword that hits like a truck, 48 damage, with some armor, and the Precious Ring, really cool. Oh, some boosts. He's got ore and only animal ore, and Berserker 5. Then we have this guy here, Fat Margath, the Dark Knight, who has Faithful, giving him luck and affliction resistance. Black Steel Kite Shield, Horror Helmet, Full Plate, a Cat Charm, Storm Power Fear 15, Storm Immunity. Then we have Rod Kartuk, the Troll Mage. He's got this spell numbers here, but he's not going to cast that at all. He's going to cast other spells because he is a level 3 Air Mage, and Braces of Protection here with Glamour. And we have an Astral and Earth Mage here with the Rune Smasher, which is also a really nice item. Rainbow Armor, which is a really good one. And another Braces of Protection. He's a combat caster. And yeah, these heroes will absolutely smash our small province defense here. That doesn't really matter. The important part is we lose the province, of course. We lose the province, not here. Yeah, here. But if we were able to go here and kill those units, we might be able to pick up some of those items, and that would be really, really good. I just don't have a decent army anywhere nearby, and we need to make sure that if we go for them, that we can actually kill them, because losing to them would be horrible. But picking up those items would be amazing. So I would like to do that, but at the same time I can't just leave my front lines with an army. I'm not sure how to handle that really. Like we could just send a few of these guys, but then they can't pick up the items because they don't have any item slots themselves. So we would have to send some leaders with them who has item slots open to receive. Which means we would probably just recruit some horse chiefs and commanders in the province next to them and send them in together with the whole thing in order to get the the items if we are attacking in there. But we need to make a composition of troops that can actually beat those 4 heroes. I'm also thinking about taking this province from Shenton right now. We could do that. Like, just 2 buried initiates would definitely be able to claim this territory. But, okay, let's cover the messages. That's something. This is a long episode. Sorry, guys, but there's so many things. We have a message to Haraspa. Fighting fire with meteors seems like it is a good strategy. The death of firefolk makes Bob a happy god. 2 new bird personas plus the upkeep for previous support. That is 34 gold. I will keep sending him this, also to get on his good side. Same with Atinium. We are talking with Atinium in Discord, but here's a little role-playing thing. Dearest fishfolk, Bob has returned and the Friwald celebrates. We know that these are dark times. The tyranny of Shenton knows no boundaries. They defeat and stomp our armies at every opportunity. But know that a hobbit never backs down. So far it is clear that you, the followers of the Mistress, have taken the brunt of the Shenton storm, while we have at least managed to chip away at their borders. Find attached a sum of money to support the war collected from former Shenton territories. Any fish soldier, bandit or otherwise, is surely better served than hiring a few more hobbits. Yours truly, the Buccaneers. So I was kind of not sure what to spend our gold on this turn, so I've just sent some gold to Atinium as well. Also, there's more layers to that. Atinium has lost territories in this war. We have only gained territories. And I think Atinium, the player, is tied for having the most stales in this game as well. Which means that they don't take their turn, and the total turn rolls over them without them assigning any orders or anything, which is not good when we are allied with them in a war against Shenton. So this is also sort of to make them a little bit more, maybe encourage the player to be a little bit more go-getter, and know that I'm not stabbing them in the back. I'm just trying that, all of those things. I'm trying to make them interested in playing. I need to drink some water, excuse me. All this talking. Alright, we have a message to Shenton. So, dear Mrs. Flesh and her many-limbed followers, the war with you has indeed been more troublesome than imagined, but your logic is flawed. The capital of Kuntum is already as good as ours, and the water provinces were never yours to give. The Portis Avas Raspat war has crippled those nations to the point where the only real threat is you. We believe that if Friwald were to start another war, we would find Shenton troops marching on our borders following the fall of Atinium. Nevertheless, our clashes has proven that Bob still has a lot to learn in the ways of the Ascension Wars. That's a reference to me as a player, by the way. We agreed to a ceasefire. However, we are not ready to reset borders, and know that we are following your war with Atinium. We will make informed choices based on the outcome. Concerned, the Buccaneers. So I'm continuing. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a scumbag here, I feel, but I'm not gonna, we are allied with Atinium, and I'm telling Atinium a lot of things about how I'm trying to help in the war. It's not over. So I'm still gonna absolutely keep warring on Shenton. I'm just trying to take a little bit more of a careful approach now. We are not going to attack him again until I know that I can beat him and not take major losses like we've done at every time we've attacked him. With this message, I'm still keeping him a little bit on the fence on whether or not I want to continue this war. I am not ready to reset borders, which I hope he will take as if he's again gonna attack me, he's gonna anger me, and then he will lose this ceasefire that he is fighting to have. I'm probably gonna attack him next turn again. So, and the important part is that he thinks that we might have a ceasefire going, just for one turn again. So I'm not attacking him at all this turn. For this one turn, except in the water, where he has also said that he would claim the water, that he would give me the water anyway. And I'm saying to him that he's never He was never his to give. It really wasn't. These territories were not his either, by the way. These were Quantum territories before he started a war with Quantum. This province we have taken from him, but really it's 20 gold and 1 nature gem. The important part is, if we are okay to sort of have a ceasefire where we have taken stuff from him and crippled his economy just a little bit while improved our own, we can build up more units and keep, so hopefully keep the pressure up on him. Now again, I know I've said it a million times, but this battle here will really determine what I do next with this army and what we do over here. Everything will be determined. It's not even guaranteed that they will have a fight. Shenton might move here, Shenton might move here. Shenton might move into Portis's territories there, or even take the throne. Probably not going for the throne. I don't think he can cross the river either. I'm assuming that Atinium will move down here, and he might, Shenton might cover in the castle. If he hides in the castle, we know then that this army of Shenton is locked in here, and then we are more free to do other things with our army here. If they fight and Atinium wins, then it's all about just killing Shenton as quickly as possible before he can recover. I hope Atinium will then push north. The other big thing is that I promised Atinium that they could take the Quantum capital, which I'm still not opposed to do that. If they absolutely want that, if and when they beat Shenton and then wants to march up here, I'll just move away and they can have it. I don't care. And then we can maybe go for the throne or Shenton's capital, or just more territories in general from him would be nice. This army in here I have scripted not in any special way actually at all. I don't really know what to do with my forces. I think I will do one thing though that I hadn't really considered. I will give you 5 earth gems to bring in here that he can give to some of my other earth mages in here. Why do you have 3? Vigiges. Who is Vigiges? Where are you? Psychibird is in here. And here we have Vigiges. Okay. You can give those gems to Ruprecht. And then Ruprecht, we want to make sure that you are not on conserve gems. That's good. I don't think he's expecting me to come in here. Maybe he is. If he wants to fight outside the fort, though, then that would not be to his advantage. So I don't think he's gonna do it. And then again, I think Shemale could... Shemale. I'm sorry, but that's what it's called. I didn't make up this name. Shemale will hopefully jump to the back of the line and might kill the god if they are patrolling with the god in here. I think we might even be able to beat them entirely if they move out. We have a lot of mage supports, a lot of buried initiates that can run forward and attack. I need to set some of them to attack large monsters. I think actually all of them probably should be on attack large monsters from here. I don't think they have any flyers anyway. And I hope that will count for the... what are they called? The green lions. Also the fire ants. I don't know what buffaloes are. I'm assuming it's just normal animals and they aren't really a threat. Jeez, I don't know, man. Are we gonna lose this fight? I don't think so, but I also don't know so. Let's get the units with upkeep up front. We have Donner here on top of Shemale to maybe cast, hopefully cast Body Ethereal on Shemale. That would make it even harder to kill her. I'm gonna get all the buried initiates up front here. They weren't already, so they sort of stick together in a group. This group is on skirmish formation, so they're sort of loosely placed. And just notice that Frithegern is the one in the front, and that he should not be. He should be a little bit at the back, because he is now representing a larger investment with the earth gems that he's carrying. And yeah. Do we have guards on all of the mages? Some guards, yeah. Guard commander, good, good, good. Alright. I don't think he will patrol with his entire army and all his mages and everything. If he does it with a little bit, we will kill that part and lock him inside the castle, preventing recruitment as stated. Okay, I think this is a decent turn. I still think we are in a decent spot in the game as a whole, though we have suffered some major setbacks. But this is it for now. So thank you guys for watching, and oh right, I set up a patroller in here as well, by the way, to counteract the blood hunting. This is it for now. Thank you for watching, and wish me luck in the battles to come. See you next time. Bye-bye.